Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have to talk about the first look we have of the Monster High live tour shows happening this year. So let's get into it. A couple days ago I found this ad for the tour on Instagram. Actually, it's for Ticketmaster. You can get your tickets there for the live tours and see all the details. But basically they showed also a picture, our first look, official quote look at the 5 performers who are going to play Cleo, Draculaura, Clawdeen, Frankie, and Deuce in full costume. So it's our first look seeing them in their full getup. And then I also found this video that actually was shared actually with the help of @BiteVina on Instagram. They shared with me the link to this sneak peek clip where we can actually see the performers dance and actually see what they're gonna look like their full outfits. This is actually from the Facebook Monster High Live account. So here is the clip now.
Ready for Monster High Live, the all-new live stage show featuring your favorite monsters, their hottest songs, and electrifying performances. Sing and dance along with Clawdeen Wolf, Draculaura, Frankie Stein, Deuce, and the students of Monster High. You'll be out of your seats and howling for more. Be yourself. Be unique. Be a monster. Monster High Live at Peoria Civic Center on September 8th through 10th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
And there you go. That's our first sneak peek look at them in action, dancing, performing, their full outfits, at least, again, for 5 of them, because I do think this is going to be the main cast. And then Abby, Finnegan, Laguna, Claude, Heath, the rest of them are going to be maybe not as primary characters. They're all gonna have roles, hopefully, and they're all gonna have their moments, but I think these 5 characters are probably gonna be the main cast. That's really, so. And first off, let's try to be realistic and nice here. Obviously costumes cannot look like the best all the time, because you gotta keep in mind with these live tours for any shows, they gotta be practical, they gotta be they got to be below a certain budget, right? They don't have a ton of money to spend for these costumes, and they also have to be durable, right? So obviously these costumes are not going to look like the most luxurious, glam, accurate pieces of costumes you've ever seen, because again, they're supposed to be also good and again accessible for performers to dance in, to move around, to so the wigs, the makeup, the whatever, it's it's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be a little bit just not not what we expected, perhaps. Maybe a little bit more loud, maybe a little bit more, maybe it reads more Party City, which is what I thought, just because it is very colorful. It is very, they do look like costumes that you would see in a store. But again, that's not a bad thing. That just shows you that they don't have the big budget, and that's fine. They just gotta work with what they have. And again, they gotta keep in mind that it has to be practical, right? It has to be durable. So obviously the materials cannot be too costly, because if they have to replace them, then that's just gonna make too much money. So let's go over each of the outfits in depth here, starting off with Clawdeen. She's gonna be the main character, I'm assuming, as she is in the live action movies and also in the animated series. The outfit is very accurate to what she wears in the animated series, which is what I'm thinking they're basing the outfits off of, is the series, because they really don't look like the live action movies. And also the live action movies are more their own thing design wise. So that makes sense. The outfit is fine for what it is. It just kind of looks basic, but again, it's fine. I don't think that's the costuming department's fault. The sneakers perhaps could have been a little bit chunkier, because the sneakers she wears are kind of big. But in general, I think the feet look huge in these series, because that's just the design of the characters. So, yeah. But anyways, the hair I kind of feel like that's an easy fix. They could have made the hair shorter, because here I feel like it's just a little bit too long, and just something about it, the way it flows, the way it falls, especially like the one strand in front of her face, I don't love. So I don't love the hair, but it's fine. And then attached to the wig, obviously, are the ears. And the ears definitely could have been better. They're too huge. They're too big, and they really do look, like just stitched on. Like they're not even trying to make them look like unfake, like real, right? It's just like they are big, plushy, stuffed ears stitched on to the wig. And then speaking of, the glasses are also just too big. But I kind of feel like these attributes of the ears being big, the glasses being big, maybe that's because they know that the audience is going to be, far away. They're not going to be close up. So obviously for kids and stuff, which is the main audience, right? They want to make stuff like this bigger, like the glasses and the ears, so kids will be able to see those features better from far away. Maybe that's why, because otherwise I'm not sure why they would make the ears so big and like just comically large, But overall, I think the actress here, the performer, she's doing a great job. She looks like Clawdeen. She's just, the glasses really just are kind of big. Then Draculaura, I think she's actually super cute. The wig, it's wigging. It looks fine, at least. Like the bangs are cut nicely. The little headband is really cute. I kind of feel like maybe people would have wished to see the hat here instead of the headband, because the hat is just very iconic for Draculaura in her witch, outfit, new look. But they went with the headband, which is also okay. It's maybe like easier to move in, so makes sense. And then the makeup looks fine. Like the outfit is what she wears in a series, just and I like the materials, at least that they've used for the costumes here, definitely just read Party City to me. They just read like those kid costumes you would see now for Halloween, especially for Monster High characters. And I've seen Halloween Monster High costumes for G3. There's some new ones, so like they're happening, and so that's kind of like what it's giving here. And I just that's just what it looks like. That's just a fact. Like I just don't want to, it's just what it looks like, but that's okay, because at least they look comfortable, for the performers. And again, I also feel like the vibrancy of the outfits, for the makeup, for the wigs, it's on purpose, because again, the kids are going to be sitting far away. They're not going to be looking close up to the performers. Like they're not going to be, not all of the people who are going to watch the show are going to be in the first row being able to get a good look at the performers and the outfits. So I think the coloring, like the features, the makeup, the costume, it's done on purpose so people are more easily able to see them from far away. But even so, I just feel like some of the details could have been maybe a little bit more finessed, but I'm asking for a lot. I realize that. But unfortunately, I think the most, the biggest controversy here with Draculaura is that, people have been kind of like shaming the performer because, she is a plus size person, and Draculaura, people have feelings about Draculaura in general being plus size, but now with the performer, unfortunately, people have been very unkind about, just her body weight, which is like, wow. I mean, honestly, I'm happy that she's here, that they chose her, because Draculaura is supposed to be plus size, so I think this is realistic. But obviously people are going to be like, ew, no, it's just ugh. But I actually think she looks the best out of all of them, spoiler. So I don't know why people are being so mean. I feel like she looks great, but I also feel like this whole topic of Draculaura, the body issue that people have, that's a topic we can talk about in its own videos. So but yeah, overall I think she looks great. Like in the performer herself, then her name is escaping me, but like she's just having fun. Like you can tell, like she's just having a grand time. She's smiling, she's just living her life, and you can tell this means a lot to her. So I'm just happy she's here, and she looks great. The costume fits her well, and I think that's the most important thing. And also she's wearing heels, so like, girl, she's my favorite automatically. Next we have Frankie Stein, and unfortunately the same kind of backlash, not backlash, but just like criticisms have appeared with their costume. I think more specifically towards the performer's appearance, I guess. It's like, it's so bizarre. People are like not okay with their appearance, like, or I don't know, just like criticizing again, nitpicking, just because this is not what people envisioned Frankie to look like as a live tour performer. Well, I'm sorry, but this is Frankie, like, and actually the actual performer here identifies as non-binary. They use they them pronouns, so I think that alone, that's just so important to cast someone who also has the same kind of life experience like G3 Frankie, so they can really capture that essence and the, you know, live tour of the character here. So I think that's very important that they cast the performer here. Again, the names are escaping me. I'm so sorry. But they're doing a great job. You know, I think the dancing, they're like giving it, you know, like they're really stealing the scenes, you know, like where they're in. So they're having a great time. I feel like maybe one thing that's just it's not their fault. It's really like just the wig's fault. It's the wig. Like the lace is so obvious. The lace front, it just looks very chunky, but that's not the performer's fault. That's really like the wig's fault and like the hair team's fault. Like they should have really maybe tested out more and like tried to make it sit better. But again, I realize these are performers. They have to dance. They're gonna sweat. So obviously, you know, maybe the lace has to be stronger. Maybe the glue has to be stronger, that it doesn't really slip off. I don't know. I don't work in this environment. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just assuming. So, but you know, it makes sense, I guess, if it's on purpose. If not, then I really do think they did them dirty with the wig, because it just doesn't look the best to begin with. But the outfit at least looks good, it's accurate, and again, I think the performer here is just nailing it. They're having a great time, and please be kind. Like, not everyone has a model-like appearance that's accepted by today's beauty standards. You know, like not everyone has that appearance. 99% of people are not, you know, classically, quote, you know, conventionally attractive, right? So just please, like, these are what people look like. This is what people look like, and I feel like that's very important to see that representation, especially in a kids tour like this, in a kids show, live show like this. It's gonna be so important because kids are gonna see that, you know, everyday people can be special like this, not just like people who are, you know, classically or, you know, labeled as attractive. You know what I mean? Like, but anyways. Next up, we have Deuce Gorgon. And I think for him, honestly, like, no, I don't really have much to say. I think the outfit, again, is it's very simple, but it is very much what he wears in the series. Like, it's a very simple outfit. It's just like the fundamentals of the outfit are just so simple. It's just a shirt, a jacket, like a, you know, and then some pants and some sneakers. Like, it's very simple. You know, I think the most interesting part is maybe like the jacket with like the snake scales. That looks really cool. So, but it's very simple and it's good. It works. The skin tone perhaps is a little bit too green, but honestly, like, no, I guess it makes sense. It's fine. And he even has some of the scales on his neck, like painted on or something. That looks really cool. The lips, though, I have to say the lips are really, like, I don't know, it's just off. Maybe in a series he does have like green lips. But I feel like it's maybe too dark green here. It doesn't read the same. It looks different. It looks off. The glasses are cool. They're yellow, although I feel like in a series he has like black glasses. I don't think he has yellow ones. So or maybe he does, I don't remember, but they don't look as fitting. They don't really fit the outfit, the yellows, so maybe like that would have been better, like some black. Then the makeup otherwise is fine. The hair, the wig, you can see it's lace, it's like you can see where it's applied, but that's fine. The hat kind of helps. And then speaking of the hat, I think has some snakes attached to it, and you can see them kind of just drooping down, the snakes. I don't like the snakes. Like, I think that's the one thing that we can all agree on is the snakes look very cheap. Again, that's fine, but like I feel like they could have done it better. They could have done a better job of executing the snakes. Like, they should have put some wire in there to really hold the shape, because as is, the snakes just look bad. Especially because there's just like there's only like 2 fabric snakes there and nothing else. Like the rest of his hair is hair. It's not snakes. And in the series, he has that, combed over style, but it's all snakes. So I guess they kind of tried their best to replicate that, but it just doesn't look the same. But he looks fine. I think the performer, Braden, I believe his name is, he's doing a great job. He's acing those moves and he's having fun. Lastly, we do get to see Cleo here as well, but they never give us like a really good close-up look of Cleo. So the only shots we have of her here are where she's in these group shots where they're dancing. So there's not much, we don't have a close good look at her, but from what we can see, I would say she does look good. I like the headpiece. The wig actually has bangs, and in the series she doesn't have bangs, so that's different. But I feel like because it's a wig, they want to cover that lace, like that front piece of the wig, so it's less obvious, and so bangs just kind of like fix that, so that makes sense. The outfit is okay, but it just, you can tell like the material is just very, kind of cheap looking. It just looks that way. The jewelry pieces, the belt and stuff, that looks fine. And then the socks or whatever she's wearing, that looks fine too. Although that's weird because oh my gosh, that's so true, because in the series she's wearing pants. She's wearing a completely different outfit from what she's wearing on her doll. So they kind of did a mishmash here of both versions. They have the dress from the doll, but they have the shoes and like the socks that kind of look like the pants that she's wearing in the series. So yeah, kind of like a mishmash inspired by both versions, I guess. Speaking of the shoes that she's wearing here are sneakers. And remember how I mentioned earlier that Draculaura is wearing heels? Yeah, why did they not give Cleo here some heels as well, some wedges at least? But nope, they gave her some sneakers that have a little wedge. I guess it's like the best they could have gotten, but I definitely for Cleo, like I would have expected some kind of like a little heel as at least, because otherwise it looks like Draculaura really is the only one who's wearing heels. When Cleo, it would have made perfect sense because it's Cleo. But anyways, it's fine. Overall, I think she looks fine. The makeup's fine. She's also acing her dance moves. So, she looks great. Now that we've seen already 5 of the performers in their full outfits, I am very curious to see what Laguna, Abby, Heath, Claude, etc., how they're all gonna look like in their final looks as well. Like, is Laguna gonna be very pink, like her skin tone? Is the outfit gonna be like accurate? How are they gonna do the fins? With Claude, I mean, Claude's gonna be very simple, honestly. Heath, how are they gonna do the hair? Like with Abby, like as well. Like I'm just very curious. I'm very excited overall. Because I do think they look fine. I think they have a fun look, and I think they're vibrant and that's important because obviously, on stage, you want people to be able to see the performers from far away, and these colors are definitely gonna do a good job of, doing that, achieving that. So yeah, you can get tickets right now. They're on sale. Again, Ticketmaster.com, at least in the US. Internationally, I don't think they're gonna do this tour. But speaking of, actually, I researched and we have gotten like 2 prior tours, at least that I've seen of, that were G1 and G2 inspired as well, respectively. So really curious to see how past versions of these tours have looked like, and then now with G3 how it looks like, because it just gives you a very good comparison of like budget budget, and again, durability, design, concept, execution, practicality. So it's just very fascinating. But yeah, anyways, if you want to get a dipper, if you want to have a video, if you want me to make a video of looking at the past live tours more in depth, then let me know. But I think, again, it's just a very good way to compare the quality of different shows. And I'm also sure that there's more than I'm showing here. But anyways, let me know what you think. Yeah, be kind. Remember, please, these are people. Like, they have emotions. So, and I don't think it's a performer's fault if the costumes or wigs or makeup looks bad. They're just there to execute the vision of the show. So hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become a member today so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.